Hey there everyone, Professor Yui here. In today's video, we'll be looking at Joy Boy, who he is, and what role he's going to play in the future, and also of the two kings that are intertwined with him. Let's jump straight in. The two kings. In chapter 968, two sea kings were talking about how they can't wait for the day the two kings are going to meet again. Who are these two kings? One of them is someone who can communicate with the Sea Kings, so it's most definitely Shirahoshi. As for the other king, the Sea King said that he or she will come from a distant sea and that the whales will be happy. He or she is someone Shirahoshi will meet or has met in the past. Joy Boy. We first heard of the name Joy Boy in the Fishman Island arc, and whilst he is a figure shrouded in mystery, Oden said in the past that he will have to open Wano's borders before Joy Boy reappears, so Oden definitely knows something about Joy Boy. If you have forgotten who he is, basically he's someone who lived during the Void Century and is very important to the plot going forward. Neptune said that someone in place of Joy Boy will fulfill his destiny or promise, but what is this promise? It was once said that someone will appear that will guide Shirahoshi to use her powers properly, and I think it's this destiny that Joy Boy's successor, whoever he may be, is going to fulfill. Charlie. An important piece of the puzzle here is the prediction by Charlie, the oracle in Fishman Island. Although she can't tell when whatever she predicts may happen, her predictions are said to have 100% accuracy. She predicted Shirahoshi's birth, so her fortune-telling powers are most probably real. Anyways, when the Straw Hats came to Fishman Island, she said that she saw a vision where a person wearing a straw hat will destroy the Fishman Island, and she said that it was Luffy. Fishman Island has Noah's Ark, the Sea Kings capable of moving it, and a person who can communicate and control the Sea Kings, so moving the Fishmen out of the island is not impossible. Charlie didn't say anything about the Fishmen, so it's possible that only the island will be destroyed, while the people, or should I say fishes, escape. As I said, to escape, the Fishmen would need to control the Sea Kings, and currently Shirahoshi is incapable of doing so. That's where Joy Boy comes in. He will teach her how to do so to help her people escape. So I think Joy Boy and the person wearing the straw hat that Charlie saw in her vision are the same person, and it might be possible that the destruction of the Fishman Island that she saw was caused by the Fishmen moving out due to some reason, or that person is simply standing on the rubble of Fishman Island and is not actually the one destroying it. I'm not sure about this part yet, but I'm certain that Joy Boy is the person wearing the straw hat in Charlie's vision. The straw hat. Speaking about straw hats, we can't forget about the massive straw hat that is in Marijois. The fact that this straw hat is being kept deep in Marijois, which is really the headquarters of the world government, must mean that that straw hat is very important to them. The world government was established right after the end of the Void Century, and Joy Boy was someone who lived in the Void Century, so putting two and two together, this straw hat most likely belonged to Joy Boy. So again, all the clues point towards Joy Boy's successor being Luffy. There is one problem though, and it's the relationship between Joy Boy and the two kings. Are Joy Boy and Shirahoshi the two kings mentioned by the Sea Kings, or is Joy Boy not one of the two kings and is simply the one who guides the two kings? Now, this is just my assumption, but I think Joy Boy failed in whatever he was trying to do during the Void Century because he wrote an apology poneglyph to the mermaid princess living at the time. This means that during the Void Century, there was a mermaid princess who presumably has the same ability as Shirahoshi, and together with Joy Boy, they failed their mission, so there's an element missing to prevail against the world government. I think that this missing element is one of the two kings, and this other king exists in our current timeline, along with Shirahoshi and Luffy, who is Joy Boy's successor, which will allow us to beat the world government this time around. As for who this other king is, we don't know yet, and there's really not enough information to go on guessing who he is, but my money's on Momonosuke. He can hear the voice of all things, he's an actual king, and he definitely still has a large role to play in One Piece post Wano. That's it for today's video, guys. Who do you think's the other king? Write a comment down below because we'd love to hear your opinion. As usual, press like if you liked the video and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd really appreciate it. See you on the next one.